Hi boys and girls, I'm back. It's Mrs. Caserta, and I'm here to teach you how to put your entire piece together. Up until now, you probably have 3 different graphic organizers. So we need to know, how do we take those graphic organizers and put them into one good writing piece? So here's how we do that. Over here, you'll see my first graphic organizer, which you just filled out the other day. It's all about introductions. So then I took the information from that and I put it into a paragraph. As you can see, I clearly indented here with 5 spaces. That's how we indent on an iPad. So I tapped 5 spaces and then I began to write. If you notice, I have my question mark for my hook and I have punctuation at the end of every sentence. My next video, or piece of this, is putting together the entire body, okay? You did this probably about a week and a half ago. So I took my reason 1 and my explanation or my fact, and I put it into paragraph 1. I also made sure that I included my transition word. So first, taking care of dogs and cats can teach responsibility. The dogs will need to be taken for walks, and cats and dogs must be fed every day. Next, I then comboed my very next 2 reasons. Oops, and I made a quick mistake there. Let me erase that because I did not show you the right spot. But I took reason number 2 and its explanation, and I made that into paragraph number 2. I also indented my 5 spaces, and I remembered my transition word. Next, having animals in the school can make students feel happy. If someone is having a bad day, they can hold or let one of the animals. Paragraph number 3, I did the same thing. I took reason number 3 and my explanation, and I added it together into a paragraph. I indented again, and I had my transition word last. Last, a school full of children is a better environment for the animals than a shelter. In a school, the animals will get a lot of attention and love. The next one that I did was I took our conclusion graphic organizer that we filled out, and I put that into an actual paragraph for my conclusion. So I took my restate my opinion, my summarizing, and my final thought, and I added that into a paragraph. I indented as well, and I included my first sentence, which I turned into a question mark. Doesn't having dogs and cats as pets in school sound like a great idea? Students will learn responsibility and feel happier, and the animals will be in a better environment as well. Maybe someday we'll have furry friends walking the halls of our school. So last but not least, I then put it all into one big one big paper. So first, what I do is I make sure that I have a good title and it's centered. It's also capitalized, if you notice. Pets at school. So the big words are capitalized. I then put underneath who it's by. It's by Julie Caserta. Next, I start with my introduction, and I indent. Can you imagine having a cat or dog in your classroom? There are several reasons I wish that schools should have dogs or cats in their classrooms. Then I took my first paragraph that I created and I just added it in, making sure I have my indentation. First, taking care of dogs and cats can teach responsibility. The dogs will need to be taken for walks, and cats and dogs must be fed every day. I took my second paragraph, added it in with my indentation, and I have next, having animals in the school can make students feel happy. If someone is having a bad day, they can hold or let one of the animals. Paragraph 3, I added in as well with an indentation and my transition word. Last, a school full of children is a better environment for the animals than a shelter. In a school, the animals will get a lot of attention and love. I then add my conclusion in at the very bottom with the indentation. Doesn't having dogs and cats as pets in school sound like a great idea? Students will learn responsibility and feel happier, and the animals will be in a better environment as well. Maybe someday we'll have furry friends walking the halls of our school. So now I just quickly go through my checklist down here. Did I indent on every paragraph? I did. Do I have capitals at the beginning of every sentence? Yes, yes. As I scan through, I see capitals at the beginning of every sentence. So I could check that one. Punctuation. Yes, I see I have question marks where I should have question marks. I have periods where I should have periods, lots of periods. I go through. I see all of those. I even have some commas where I need to pause. So I can check that one. And do I have 5 paragraphs? I do. I have an introduction, that's 1. I have paragraph 1, that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I have a 5-paragraph paper on why cats or dogs should be allowed in our classroom. Now it's your turn to put your graphic organizers all together just like I did. Don't forget to indent, use capitals, punctuate, and make sure you have 5 paragraphs. We know we have paragraphs when we see indentions. That's super important. Have a great time doing it, and good luck.